All right. I'm your host, Jay, and I'm going to go ahead and welcome you to Let's Talk About It. What are we going to talk about today? Well, first of all, it's Thursday. That's the day before Friday and the day after Wednesday. Thursday kind of gets lost in the crowd. I can't tell you why it does. It's kind of that day when people suddenly think that, uh, people think that, well, tomorrow's Friday, so I guess I can start slowing down now. Now, of course, that's if you're on the job, if you're working a job, okay? If you're working for yourself, we all know that no, Thursday is not a day that you just slow down unless you choose to. That's the difference in having a job and having your own business, right? But I'm going to talk about uh, dreams, visions, goals. They all work together. You know that, right? And I know y'all see that Bugatti sitting in the back there in front of that very expensive looking home. Well, it all starts out as a dream, meaning, if we don't have dreams, if we don't have a vision board, if we don't have goals, then guess what? We're not alive. We're just existing. I'm telling you, all you're doing is existing. When I grew up, I'm going back. I happened to grow up in the, I guess you could say 50s, 60s, right? Because by the time I hit 70, um, I was married. I mean, 1970, excuse me. Let me correct that. Okay. In fact, married, I had two kids already. But anyway, let's back up. Okay. I was raised during the 50s and the 60s. And back then, we did dream. We dreamed about that luxury house. We dreamed about being lawyers. Our parents dreamed about us being doctors. But what we were really dreaming about was being in a situation where we could have, and again, remember, okay, I'm a young black man. My father is a postal worker. My stepmom is a seamstress. Okay, money's not that big. We're not living in a 5,000 square foot home. In fact, we're living in a row house, okay, in a neighborhood that has suddenly converted from the time we moved there. This is when I was about 10. I watched my neighborhood go from being a mixed nationality neighborhood to an all black neighborhood. Grocery store got replaced by the liquor store. So, what did I have to go by? My dreams, okay? The people I saw on TV, that a lot of us adapt as role models. You know what I'm talking about. That's all I had. So now we did. I'm from Atlantic City, New Jersey. If anybody knows the area of Atlantic City, it's called Longport. You had like Margate and Longport. Now this is where the rich white folk lived at. Okay, they can't help it. Some of them were born into it. It's not that it was their money, and they had homes down there that were right on the beachfronts. These were very exclusive homes, big driveways. In fact, as a teenager, I used to work for a guy that cut grass down there. And that's how I got my clothing money in the summertime to be able to go to school. That's when I was in high school. But anyway, my father would take us on what we call a dream tour. And we'd drive down there and we'd look at these expensive homes. Remember, I said it was just a dream. So all of us dream, but somewhere between the ages of 14, 15, 16, 17 to let's say 30, 40, those dreams disappear. But for right now, what I want you to do, I just want you to dream with me. I'm going to take you through a quick tour of this home right here. Can you imagine having that view when you wake up in the morning? And of course, that furniture. Okay. What about having your breakfast on that little bar or snack on that bar right there? That's the kitchen. Some people could live in that kitchen right there by itself. Now, what about a morning dip in the pool before going to work? That shower, right? Nice showers, right? The now you would get me out of this shower. I'm sorry. You know, I love showers. And actually, I was taught more about showers when I joined the army. You know, because before all we had was a bathtub. That was it. Okay, but that's a shower. You know, walk-in shower. Uh, let me stop right there. This is living, and we're dreaming. So let's keep going here. Okay, you think you can sleep in a bed like that? Huh? Check out that view when you wake up in the morning. That's fantastic. People are doing this. People are doing this every day. You know, I got the numbers, and please forgive me for doing this. I meant to make up a slide on this. Now I'm gonna have to try to go find it real quick, and I pray I didn't. Yeah, I got the numbers right here. I got some shocking numbers for you in a second here, so just bear with me, okay? So I just showed you parts of a $20 million home. So it is possible for anyone watching this. And of course, you can see I made some of this out for my team, but for anyone to achieve this, let me read you some statistics that will blow your mind. Okay. It says the number of millionaires, this just in the United States alone, the number of millionaires substantially between 20 and 2021. Oh, let me get the number right. Whoa. There are 21,951,000 millionaires in the US, according to the 2021 Global Wealth Report by Credit Suisse. The number of millionaires increased substantially between 20 and 2021. Much of the new wealth was gained in the last half of 2020 as the stock markets rose and housing prices soared. Now, did you hear that number? 21,951,000 millionaires. So, what should that tell you? That should tell you that there's enough money for anyone watching this video to become a millionaire. The problem is that a lot of us, it comes down to what you believe, and are you willing to go to work for it? That's what it comes down to right there. And I was about to say this earlier, so I'm going to say it now. Sadly enough, too many people, they settle. They settle for the 9 to 5, and it's not your fault. This is drilled into you from the time that you had to take your first test in school. They told you you had to be good in math. They told you you had to be good in history, biology. I don't know why. you know, plan on becoming a doctor. Yes, I guess it's important, right? But they told you that you get a better education so you get a higher paying what? Job. Now, I tell you that because I want you to understand that if you're the owner of a business, you're looking to hire someone, and you're looking to hire someone to get the most work that you can out of this individual for the least amount of money. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? Because you will pay a person what you think they're worth. If they accept it, that's a contract between you and them. And then, of course, if they don't like the money, they move on. And guess what? You go out and you hire somebody else to replace them. Because what you're trying to do, you want to reach that millionaire status, and you can't give away the house and become a millionaire. This is what I love about network marketing, because it gives everybody a fair opportunity if they're willing to go to work for it. Okay? Now, another way you can reach the top quicker is that, of course, you work in a team. I've just mentioned network marketing, right? Network marketing is all about teamwork. It's all about you building a team, because the more people that you help, the more your bank account is going to increase. It's just like, take McDonald's. When McDonald's first started out and became a franchise, I can't think of the founder. There was one founder, and then there was a person that actually went out and started making the franchises. I just can't think of the name off the top of my head. But the key is every time you bring on a new business partner in network marketing, you're actually creating a franchise. Why? Because you get paid off of that individual's work efforts also. And this is why I say you get there quicker, because now you have your effort in working and you have this individual's effort, or those individuals' effort in working. So all the load doesn't fall on your shoulders as far as becoming a millionaire. You're doing it as a team. Okay, am I making sense so far? All right, I hope I am. So I'm showing you this part because this is something that we've had going on for the last month and it'll probably be going on all year. It's a way of setting a goal, right? We have goal setting, right? Of having 7K in 7 weeks. Okay, in actuality, with the figures I'm using, it actually comes out to, because you're going to end up with more people that, in this particular example, it would end up being more than 10K. Okay. Um, and I'm showing you this with the thought that everyone is going to refer one new business partner a week for the next 7 weeks. And this is what would happen. Again, goal setting. Goal setting, believing in it, and reviewing it every day. I'm going to repeat. You set a goal. I left out something in there. Set a goal. Speak it out to the universe, which in my opinion is God. You have to believe in it, and then you have to review it every day. What do I mean by reviewing it every day? You might have little stickies all around the house. You might walk around the house. No, you can walk around the house using affirmations. I am a 10K a month earner. Okay. I am a 20K a month earner. I am a 50K a month earner. And you continue to do this until it happens. But right here, we're just going to talk about this one right here. Now, first week, we all bring in one individual, and we're starting out, just happen to be starting out with this team with 23 people. So that's 46 people you bring in, or you would have at the end of the first week. Second week, we all bring in one. As you notice, the numbers double. It's 92. Third week, that 92 turns into 184. Fourth week, it turns into 368. Fifth week, it turns into 736. Sixth week, it turns into 1,472. And by the seventh week, we're just under 3,000. We're at 2,944. Okay. Now, the next chart I'm going to show you does not equal up to the figure of 2,944 because I used a chart that was already made up, and it was made up with one individual starting out, bringing in 3 people in the first week. All right, but the numbers work out the same. My apology. Follow along with me. If you notice here, it says referrals. Those are the business partners that you're bringing on board. Okay, and if we go down here, you see, right? Now they call these levels. Actually, ends up being 7 levels down, but they're using the figure of 2,187, and they're using it with starting out with 3. Okay. If you notice here, it's showing between in our top level, it's over 10,000K, and in the I'm sorry, our lower level, it's over 2,187. So therefore, if you add the two together, you've got roughly, what's that, 11,000, 13, 14,000. So you'll hit your 7K easily with no problems. Okay. Now, when I say easily, everybody's pulling their part. Because as I stated earlier, when I went back, let me just go back just for a second. I mentioned that word that some people don't want to hear. One more. Yeah, one more. Teamwork. So it's teamwork. Teamwork multiplies your efforts. So that's very important that you keep in mind about that teamwork. because it can be achieved with teamwork. You ever heard the expression, no man is an island? Well, in network marketing, that's the rule right there. All right. The newest guy that comes on board, everyone wants that individual to succeed. He's a part of the team. And again, the more people that you help to be successful, the more successful you will become. It's just automatic. So if you don't have what you want in life, and I thought this would be a good place to end it right here. If you don't have what you want in life, what does it say? I can't hear you. Work hard. Yeah, I hear you a little louder. Yes, that's it. Work harder. Okay? Work harder. Working smarter is teamwork, is duplicating what works for you. Now, of course, if you want to know more, you see a little ticker tape running across the bottom there, right? It says step into success. And then it gives my website, jaysprosperity.info. Okay. Or message me. Let's talk about it. Of course, my goal is always, of course, I'm going to back up on you real quick here. I can't do it the way I want. Here's a 10. Let's jump up to 11. Go back one more. Boom. But it's hard to get there. Wow, that far back? I go back one more. One more. That's what I want you to get right there. I want to end on that particular slide right there because I think it's important. Now, I'll be back tomorrow around the same time, somewhere between 11 and 12. I'm trying to figure out which time is better, of course, to have a greater audience. I try to use, in the past, I used to do it at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I felt that at least most of the people on the East Coast were already at lunch, right? And they would be able to tune in. So, $20 million home, can you have one? If you believe you can, yes, you can. Remember this also. Let me say this before leaving. In everybody's mind, a $20 million home is what you have in your heart. Because you could end up being happy with $1 million home as just as well as with a $20 million home or a $2 million home. Then, of course, it depends on where you live and a bunch of other things. All right. But always remember one thing as I end this program, God wants you to have the best, right? And so do I. And I always end my show by I want people to remember one thing, that God loves you. So does Jay. Have a great day.